Beginning. She sits on a bridge with her sister, legs dangle over as the flowing water below froths with the white spit of mouths, teasing her to jump. She buys an ice cream from the cafe with $2 coins, not called toonies, with big 50-cent pieces heavy in her pocket, gorging without guilt for once, her spine and ribs blanketed by a hug of softness. Her feet feel heavier, and she grounds herself to this place by digging in bare heel then toe. Middle. She sits on a chairlift with a man, legs hover over as the shapes and green grass are below, holding hands then unclasping. They're so clammy, hoping this is the place she should be with the right person, but the wind shakes the seat and fires ignite where they shouldn't. Get me out, she screams, but she and he are over the basin. The tourists are taking pictures of peacocks below. He hugs her tightly and asks if she's okay. It feels like a straitjacket. In a pool of water, she doesn't sit but floats. No legs, just two glowing jellyfish, not touching as not to sting. Laughter is shaking the dark ink, pouring words over them, around them, tilting the world on its axis. They cling on with tentacles as not to spill onto the grass with the animal droppings and nighttime dew. Hair wet and stringy, she could have tied it in a bow and gifted herself to him then. Above them, those stars swirling like cream in coffee, taunting Make-A-Wish, reflecting galaxies onto their translucent, squishy bodies. End. She sits surrounded by unbalanced blocks, legs swung together, holding herself in a ball. The Jenga tower is getting so high. She takes out that one block, pulls it out slowly at first, then quickly, too quickly maybe, but it has to come out, it has to topple down. Everyone always holds their breath until it falls. Okay, they're right. There's always more to tumble out to surprise, but she deserves to keep something to herself, squeezing a rock so tight it turns into a diamond. Walking in silence over streams, mud, roots that cling to the ground, bending down to inspect the fungi, black, orange, and red. Jumping into cold waterfalls, her lungs constrict, gasping like the first breath of a newborn as her head breaks the water. Eating bush tucker, salty sea spinach, and sweet pig-faced fruit. Trekking along the coast on trails, boots full of sand. Smoking cigarettes under the stars, what would her dad say? But she can't stop thinking about that head rush, even though it tastes ashy in her throat. She sits on the edge of her mind, tying a string around everything that happened, trying to weave it into something, a spiderweb, a ball of yarn, a story with a beginning, middle, and end, or just tying that string around her finger, a reminder of why she came back. People always ask when she's leaving. Legs frozen in place, finally at the end, she's present. Her lips quiver to imagine the day the houses deflate like animal balloons forgotten, the people becoming cardboard cutouts, someone she used to kiss with her eyes closed as she hovers over that heart-shaped state. How many little bottles of red wine will it take to scrape herself away from that place with the bridge and the chairlift and the pool at night?